So what's going on, Gas Gang? Today, yeah, this video has not started the way I wanted it to start. We were meant to tune this bad boy, find out if it's been tuned, get it on a dyno, but we've had a major problem. Guys, stay tuned for this one. It's gonna be interesting. Let's get it. Welcome to Officially Gas. Let's get it. So yes, guys, as the intro said, today, yeah, things have not went to plan, and they've not went to plan very, very, very early on. Now, half of me was thinking this car might explode on the dyno because we're pushing it, and it's obviously got, well, high mileage. And yeah, things have not went to plan. In fact, before this moment here, on my way up here, I pulled over for a coffee and I hopped back in the car and yeah, it didn't start. So I had to bump start it. So we bump started it and I drove it down here. Now the purpose of the day today was to bring the car up, get it on a dyno, find out how much power this car actually makes to see if my speculation of this car already being tuned is correct. If it does make stock power, then we're gonna tune it. If it makes tuned power, then we just see if it's healthy. If it's not healthy, then we tune it again. And basically what we have got is, yeah, the starter motor has gone. Guys, whilst we're waiting, actually Ben has already, you know, got cracking. So what he's done is removed the ECU and he's checked out, or he's read the ECU and he's sent it over to his pal who knows if these are tuned or not. So when we get in there to speak to him, he's actually gonna let us know if there's a tuned file on the ECU or something. So we're gonna find out. The last video you guys would have seen on this bad boy is obviously when we had it down at Geo by Luke. We put it on BC coilovers. Now it's got an amazing stance. And on top of that, we put some sticky tires in it. Another thing that you guys haven't seen, but all adds to the race carness of it. Guys, we actually got the steering wheel wrapped by ACCESSORY. They've actually wrapped a couple of my steering wheels in a couple of my cars before. So now full Alcantara with the 12 o'clock stripe there, red stitching, and it's Alcantara, so it's race car, guys. So a massive shout out to ACCESSORY. Links to them will be in the description. They're also part of the Gas Gang, so savings to be had. So a massive shout out to them once again. But anyway, guys, listen, I'm not gonna waffle too much. What we're gonna do is get in there, have a chat with Ben. What I will say is if we can get this car running again, I mean, we can get it running, we've just got to bump start it, but yeah, we're gonna tune it still, or find out if it's been tuned. So stay tuned. Hopefully, the day will end on a positive. Fingers crossed it does, because I've got to make it to Castle Combe on the 30th. Let's get in there. Ben, welcome back to the channel, bro.
Thank you.
I've brought you the Track Day Mini today, and I've already got problems. You know, you've already changed spark plugs on this bad boy because we're doing a little service on it too, and also you've got the old starter motor there and a new starter motor next to it. And you've tested the old starter motor.
Yeah,
and
definitely broken.
It was definitely
broken. That's what the issue is, so.
Okay.
No more bump starting it, so that's good.
People and myself were interested to see if this had been tuned. You've sent the file away and you've got an answer back.
Yeah, well, I've read it off, compared it to a stock file, and it is stock.
It's stock. I can't believe it. And so someone's went to all the trouble of, you know, intake catch can, and also whilst we were under here, we actually found out they went to the trouble, and I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Is there a torch we can show them? But guys, what you'll be able to see here is Samco hoses leading on to an uprated intercooler. We're ready for a tune pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be quite a nice sort of strong stage one we can do to it. Obviously still got the cat in there. So. Which we want to keep in there if you want to take it on track.
That's right.
It helps with the noise. So.
That's right. You're also saying we're not sure, maybe, if we get time.
If we get time, we've got the right size pipe, we might do a little res delete.
Do you know what these make, kind of, tunes on a stage one? I have no clue.
Neither do I. It's them 14, isn't it?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's stage two, I think they're like 240, 250. So,
okay.
I mean, but you get quite a nice sort of lump of torque in the middle is what we're going to aim to do.
Okay,
cool. I think the peak number is going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Because it's already it's a factory tuned car, really.
Yes.
So yeah, we can give it a nice torque increase in the middle and 20, 30 horsepower more.
Yeah, I'm happy, mate. I was coming here to think it'd probably been tuned, so anything's a plus.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the health of it as well. They've suffered with all the valve coke, the inlet port cokes up and all that, so it largely depends on that, and it's a bit of an unknown. When cars are this old and they've got some miles on them, they vary. When they're new, the variation's quite small, but when they get, up in the age and up in the mileage, there's variation there. Got you. We shall see.
Okay. Well, look, just as long as it don't explode on dyno.
Yeah, we'll make sure it's nice and safe.
Okay.
And wherever it's nice and safe, that's where we'll leave it.
Wicked. Okay. Well, we have got a few other bits to do: oil change, oil filter, and obviously fit the starter motor back before it hits the dyno. So I'll let you get cracking.
Okay.
And let's go. Right guys, so as you see, the Mini is now on the dyno. It's up and running, and we've done a cheeky res delete, so it's going to sound absolutely phenomenal on the dyno, hopefully. And we're going to do the first run and see what she actually makes. Also, a massive shout out to BIRCH Performance. They supplied us with the oil for the oil and filter change. And starter motor obviously in. She's started up, she's moving, she starts under her own power, which is a good thing. So place your bets on what you think she's going to make stock, and then I guess hold tight and we'll see what she makes on a tune. No, is that real? No way! Hey. 180 brake horsepower. Okay, well there you go, there you go. All right guys, so now we know 194.4 brake horsepower. Now, she's quoted to have 211 brake horsepower from factory. I think the mileage and the years have obviously taken a few away. So we're about 15 brake horsepower under where she should be, which means there's a lot of room for improvement. Hopefully she reacts well to a stage 1 or a stage 1 plus or whatever they can safely do to this car with the mods and the hardware. But there you go. I didn't think it was going to make claimed power, so that's not a shock to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to tune her and then run her up again. So place your bets on how much she makes. Right, Ben, so we've just seen what she makes on a stock file.
Yep.
Are you surprised, or how do you feel about it?
I don't think it's too bad.
Okay.
I don't think it is. I think they're 211 PS, aren't they? So
maybe.
Probably 208, 207 horsepower.
Okay.
So it's only 12 horsepower.
Over the years.
I think if you cleaned intake ports and all that, you'd be right back where you're supposed to be.
Okay,
so
cool.
Not too bad at all.
Would you say because it made less power on a stock file, it has the ability to perhaps have a bigger jump than it would, or no, you don't?
No, I don't think so. It's generally the flow characteristics of that engine. They're slightly less than they should be. So the gains will be
slightly
the
less
same.
than they should be. Yeah.
But yeah, you get the same gain probably, but you're starting with a lower sort of flow rate anyway.
Got you. And today we're doing it slightly different. We're in a room that people don't often see, but it's kind of bench tune, you call this, right?
Yes, it's 3 ways. Most cars, well, all cars, it's 3 ways you can read and write the ECU. So through the OBD port, so we use these, mainly using auto tuner, we've got a few different tools. Through the OBD ports, we plug it in, we can read it off, write it, whatever. Some cars you'll need to bench them, which is where we take the ECU plugs off and we put wires actually on the connector to read and write it.
Okay.
And then your one, which is boot basically, so we have to take the back of the ECU off.
Okay, look at that.
And we actually have to pull the information directly from the processor.
Oh.
It's not a big deal. It looks worse than it is.
It looks serious, yeah.
So that's what we're going to do with yours.
Okay, cool. But once you've got it at this point here, reasonably quick and easy to do?
Not that bad at all. As long as you haven't got shaky hands. That's, if we have a look, so that's your one there. So it will show us what we need to do. So we've got So that little blob of solder there is where we need to put one of these springy pins. So we'll put one of these pins through here onto that, and then we'll put these rope pins, all, you know, Bosch ECUs this era have these little pads here. So that we'll drop that down to those, and we'll put that on that particular pin, which is the bootloader, and then we can read and write to it. So it's not that bad.
Bro, you say it confidently. If this was me doing this, that would be the end of someone's ECU.
Yeah, as long as you've got shaky hands, it's okay. It's not too bad. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, cool. Right guys, so as you hear, the car is purring away behind us with its new file on the ECU, so we're pretty much ready to go. But before we get into this, I just want to give my guesstimate of how much power I reckon this car is going to make. Now, obviously it made slightly less than only a little bit less than quoted manufacturer figures, and it's all relative with a tune, so it might not make as much as they usually make on a stage one, I guess. But I'd be happy, and this is what I am hoping for, about 230 brake horsepower. It's about 35 brake horsepower over what it is now. So, you know, the car's no slouch as it is. We've done some testing on it. Some of the results weren't too great, some of them were good, but I think with an extra 35 brake horsepower and yeah, a bit more of a spring in its step, it should be absolutely sick. So place your bets right now and let's see what she makes. Okay. Check it out. All right. Yeah, 237 first run. 237 brake horsepower. Yeah, that sounds mad. Okay. So that's where we're at. That is where we're at. 237 brake horsepower. That's good, man. I'm happy with that. So there you go, guys. 237 brake horsepowers, up over 194. So quick maths, it's what, over 40 brake horsepower? There we go. I wasn't even hoping for that much. We made over what I kind of guessed. So there we go. Yeah, that's legendary. I'm just happy it didn't explode. All right, Ben, 237.3 brake horsepower.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Only thing is, you were saying the graph should look probably a little bit, I'll let you explain.
Because it's a small engine, small turbo, DI injected, high compression, typically they come on quite sort of hard and fast. So I'd have expected it sort of to come up here.
Okay.
So these two lines here, the torque, I expect it to come up here. So I think what may be happening with the mileage on the car, and just the age of it, it probably wants an actuator.
Okay.
So we've checked it for boost leaks. We've checked out the actuator, it's a bit soft. Okay. So I think it might just be blowing open a little bit. It won't affect it at the top. Got you. Because you've got the airspeed of the engine to compensate for it. Yeah. But I think the actuator's just a bit weak. Okay. Quite common in a car this age, not a big deal. Okay. Swap it over and done. Good to go. Okay, cool. But for a track day, it's probably better to have it like this because it's more manageable, tractable. Definitely more predictable. Yeah, coming out of corners, it won't sort of come on and understeer. It's probably quite good like that. Sick. I'm happy. Nice gains. Wicked. Do you know what pound foot or newton meters of torque it made? 240 foot-pounds. Okay. Which I don't know what that is. Who knows? Quick. I don't know what's it. Let's guess. 350. There you go. That's how much it made. Somewhere around there. Yeah. Okay. Good. Cool. Well, there we have it. That, I think, is going to be our last round of modifications before we get this bad boy on the track. I'm not sure when I've dropped this video, but I have a feeling it will be actually close to the track date. So after you see this video, maybe a few days later, this will be on the track and it's going to be absolutely epic. So we've got a track-ready Mini Cooper that now has a res delete. It's been serviced, new starter motor, a stage 1 tune. It's been geoed. It's ready pretty much. So yeah. Also, guys, remember, after this track day, I'll be giving this car away to one lucky Gas Gang member, and all you've got to do is be part of the Gas Gang. Links will be in the description to that. So, guys, before we go, I just want to say, obviously, once again, a massive shout out each and every time to Ben, the Wizard, down here at Devil Developments. And, yeah, I guess we're going to end the video here. So join the Gas Gang, don't miss out. And the next video you see of this bad boy will be it going around the track. Hopefully, I don't stack it. If you have enjoyed today's video, smash subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out.